There's a game store behind me. It's a little warehouse district. I'm in Torrance, California. Sun's right in my eyes. It's a game store. Let's go take a look. This is Lost Planet Games in Torrance. I'm just gonna start at the very front here. Bunch of Marvel Crisis Protocol miniatures. Bunch of Shatterpoint, and then down here at the bottom we have Song of Ice and Fire. I don't even know what this game is. Oh, these are War Games Atlantic miniatures. A bunch of War Games Atlantic miniatures, and then Frostgrave and Stargrave. No, just Frostgrave, and then Oathmark. Kings of War, and we have Dungeons and Dragons miniatures. Bunch of the different Dungeons and Dragons miniatures. And then a small section here off to the left, we have TTRPG books, a bunch of Vampire the Masquerade, I don't know, oh, Delta Green, My Little Pony G.I. Joe. Then we have some D&D books, and Call of Cthulhu, Cyberpunk, more D&D stuff, and then a few Pathfinder books. Magic the Gathering card boxes. And a whole counter full of dice. Cyrus Alpha dice, it looks like, or Sirius. And then a case with more dice. Some of these look like the Dice Envy dice. See a big war game table here right in the front. And then on the left-hand side of the store as we come in, we have World War III. Flames of War, bunch of Flames of War books, tanks, miniatures, just tons of Flames of War stuff. And then Rumble Slam, which is the TT Combat wrestling game. War Crow, a couple War Crow miniature sets. And then looks like more War Game Atlantic sets up top there. See, Carnival basing, so this is a TT Combat bases. And then some like basing materials. So this is like AK and several other companies' basing materials. More, what is this? I don't know this one. Oh, Bolt Action. Okay, yeah, Bolt Action. Rumble Slam. It's actually the only place I've seen this game in a store. BattleTech. Flames of War terrain pieces. And then a large Malifaux section. This is actually the most Malifaux I have seen in a game store. This is a lot of Malifaux miniatures. I have been tempted to look at Malifaux, but I'm holding off till I finish up my Necromunda collection. BattleTech pieces, and then a bunch of basing materials from the Gamer's Grass. And then here off to the left we have, let's see, bunch of different board games, Marvel Champions, and then the Arkham Horror game, Final Girl, and Dice Throne, large collections there. And then the owner of the store informed me that these games here on this middle shelf are all made by local creators, local developers. So there's just a bunch of different board games, some card games that are like locally made games. A few more board games on the bottom shelf, and then like a kind of like a display section here of either new or maybe specialized things, or maybe even a sale. And then more board games off here to the left. In the counter we have paints and supplies, Turbo Dork, dry brushing paints. These were cool. I've never seen these before. These are like paint brushes in a pencil form or pen form. They're pretty cool. I picked up a few of these just to see how they work. I've been told that AK paints are very good. I've started picking up some of them to try and compare them to the Vallejo and Citadel paints I've been using. A bunch of other AK supplies here, and then spray cans in the case, and then a bunch of the Gundam miniature models in the case there as well. And then we come into the, this is just the best open area, right? Like the tables are like great positioning, and I like on the tables, and then just so much Warhammer stuff. Here, I'll start over this way and stop spinning around in circles. So a lot more of the basing AK stuff. And then we start getting into some other paints. So this is like very, very specific things for basing. You know, stuff you might use in like dioramas, but obviously if you're like one of those people like me who loves basing, these things are highly tempting. I have to like go slow at those. A bunch of the Warhammer Fanatic paints, Army Painter Fanatic paints, speed paints, airbrush paints, and then Army Painter brushes, and then we get into some of the Citadel stuff. Not a big collection of Citadel stuff, at least by comparison to the other store I've been in. I'm guessing the AK products sell a lot better here. They have a lot of the AK stuff, and you can see like over here, there's a whole bunch of the AK acrylic line, the Army colored painter ones, and then the other thing. My other local game store has also started to carry these AK paints, so I've picked up a few of them, but haven't had a chance to actually start painting with them. All right, going this way, we have Age of Sigmar, just floor to, well, not ceiling, but pretty high up there, right? So Age of Sigmar and Old World right below it. A small section of Warcry in the middle, but it's just, I mean, it's just a ton of Warhammer fantasy stuff, Warhammer Old World and Age of Sigmar. Have a lot of like older models or box sets that I haven't seen at my other game store. So I don't know if this one is like new, or maybe it just came in, or it's older. I haven't seen that one before. Few of the other boxes up there on top, my local game store has already sold out of. So then we have Warhammer 40K, and then down below some, what was that, the Battletech terrain pieces. I actually don't know if those are Battletech or not. Kill Team, and then Horus Heresy, and then more 40K stuff going all the way back this way, and then Horus Heresy is kind of like in that area. Warhammer Old World, this is like the new release section, I've been informed. So they have like the Thousand Suns that just came out, and then a few Warhammer Old World things. And then down below here, some of the smaller, more niche items. So we have the Kill Team cards and the Necromunda stuff and Blood Bowl and Emberguard. And these are books related to Warhammer Fantasy, novels, some of the RPG. And then this is the Conquest game. I saw this game when we were at the game show. I guess it's fairly new, not like super new, but I saw this one. It looks like a skirmish and war game kind of built together. I haven't had a chance to play it, and I'm trying to get myself not to get into too many of these games. So it has a cool aesthetic, and they have apparently a big section of it, so I'm guessing it sells really well here, because the owner told me he doesn't really have stuff in the store that doesn't sell well. So basically things that are here are things people are picking up. I don't know what this is. Dystopian Wars. I've never heard of this. It's called War Cradle Studios. Yeah, never heard of that. Some kind of vehicle-based game. Interesting. Armored Clash, looks like similar boxes. Then we have Battletech, large War Machine section, Battletech, more Battletech stuff, and then Halo, Fallout, a few other, looks like real world war games. No, this is more of the Armored Clash. I don't know what these are. So there's a bunch of these games I've never even heard of. War Machine I've heard of before, but I've never seen in stores. So that's the first time I've seen it in stores. Cyberpunk Combat Zone I've seen at my local game store, but they have a bit bigger of a section of it, more stuff for it. And then these look like other war game books, like maybe miniature agnostic books. I'm not sure. What is this? Oh, Carnival. This is the TT Combat fantasy game. Yeah, I've seen that one on their store, on their website. Vallejo game color paints. They have a big selection of the Vallejo game color paints. A lot of colors I haven't seen before. And then a corner, it looks like this is like maybe board games people can play or try out here in the store. Some more tables, and then miniature cases. These are, employees have their miniatures and painted models here. A lot of really cool paint jobs. Some people took a lot of time and care and attention to make these things should really pop. It's a crazy pink army. Chaos Marines. Anyways, Marvel Crisis Protocol. There's some pretty cool, like, kit-bashed mechs in there. A lot of these models look really cool. Anyways, a lot of models here, some snacks, and then behind the counter, it's a neat store. I have I have not seen a store in a warehouse like this before, and I was just impressed. Like when we drove back here, I was like, how is anyone ever going to find this store? And apparently they're doing really well. They just get word of mouth, or people find them on the internet, and it's just a store tucked away in the middle of nowhere. It's a really cool game store. Anyways, if you're interested, and if you live in the Torrance or Southern California, Los Angeles area, and you want to check out a game store, check out Lost Planet. You can look up Lost Planet on Google or whatever. If I can, I'll try and remember to put a link down in the description below. Anyways, God bless you. Have a good day. See you later.